Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Miriam Kahn and Marcella Lawson, who are here on behalf of the Laguna International Dancers. Well, welcome both of you. Nice to meet you and nice to see you again.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, the last time we had met you, we were talking about some of the things that you were doing here in the village.
Yeah.
But there is a club that is international dancing. So
Yes.
tell me a little bit about the club.
Yeah, so the Laguna International Dancers is a recreational international folk dance group. And Miriam is our president, actually, and she is the woman with tremendous brains, initiative, and energy to get it popping in the community.
Oh, okay.
But we get together twice a week and dance and have a wonderful time, and I'm happy to tell you all about it and some of our special events.
Fantastic. So Miriam, how long have you been dancing?
Many years. Not as long as Marcella. Marcella grew up with folk dancing. Her parents at the time were involved in folk dancing, and we have a few other members that are folk dancers from babyhood on that were in a crib brought out to folk dancing.
Yeah.
And eventually that music seeped into them, and they were, really apt to dance.
Yeah.
Very, very, yeah. For me, I was brought into folk dancing by a little woman, Ruthie was her name. My mother was living in the community here. She was ill, and she had a ticket to a theater, and she said, I cannot go, do you want to go? With the ticket came a ride to LA to the theater, to Emerson Theater, which I took advantage of, and I was seated next to a little lady, Ruthie, and she kept on talking, yep. We arrived at the theater, and I helped her out of the bus. I gave her my arm. We went to the theater. She took some hearing aids, and after the theater, I picked her up again, and we were sitting down in the bus again together, and all of a sudden she says, that little woman, I folk dance. And I looked at her, and I said, what? And she said, do you want to folk dance? Come with me, come pick me up on Tuesday. And we went to Clubhouse 1 at the time on Tuesday morning, and she sat down on a little bench. She put some little red shoes on and got up, and that woman that hardly could walk to the theater danced.
Isn't that great?
Beautiful, yeah. I heard that music, and that was sold me.
Right.
I was hooked by then.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of different type of dancing. However, sometimes when you think, like folk dancing is a different kind of music, but then I think of the Celtic dancing, right, where it's totally different too. So how do they all correlate together?
Yeah.
I mean, are they similar in nature?
Well, no, and I think that's part of the fun, that there's the variety. And I think that's one of the things that really attracts people, and I know I enjoy. The music is different, the kind of dancing is different, the movements are different, there's a lot of variety. Primarily the kind of dancing we do is holding hands in a circle.
Right, we were just looking at a picture that had that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And doing a sequence of steps.
Okay.
And I think one of the cool things about international folk dance recreationally, which is what we do, which is just for fun, not for performance, is that some of the dances are lyrical and meditative and put you in a peaceful, maybe Zen-like kind of space. And some of them are joyful and energetic and make you smile and laugh.
Right.
Well,
isn't in this folk dancing? They're also. I mean, I recognize the circle when you get around and you come together and you do dances like that. But then, isn't it also the same as when you have a pole and you have the same kind of thing?
That's another right, exactly.
Okay.
And that's the whole thing about what is folk dance, right? It's the dance that people, the folk, did and have done in every culture, let's say for at the end of a work day, we're all going to get together and decompress, and we'll do something fun together. And every culture has its own style of how they do that, right? Okay. Or at a wedding, right? They'll get together and every culture has a different way they do that.
Exactly.
And some of them are in like what we call set dances in a formation, like we would call square dancing that a lot of us are familiar with, right? And they might be a long ways set.
Okay.
That's a kind. Right, and then there's the circle. There's also partner dancing, which is more prevalent in Scandinavia, for example, and in Romania or Hungary or the Czech Republic. There's a lot of mixture. There's both couple dancing and the circle, or what we call line dancing, which is distinct from like country line dancing.
Right.
And I mean, Israeli dancing there's all kinds. There's couple, there's partner, there's individual, there's line, there's circle.
Right.
So yeah.
So in the group, obviously, international is the name. So you have lots of different countries represented in the folk dancing club. So how long has the club been around? I mean, so you met Ruthie when?
Well, to be very honest, I tried to think about that, and it goes way back. We started out in what we call mini gym at the time, and we grew with the community.
Okay.
The community, as they needed the gym, the mini gym, they threw us out of there and they put us in another clubhouse, another clubhouse.
Right.
Eventually we found our home in Clubhouse 2, at which point they decided to renovate that clubhouse. At that point we had a whole year of moving from one clubhouse to another. And we kept together. That dancing that Marcella was talking about kept us going.
Good.
It was really amazing. I was surprised how beautiful we stayed together.
Good.
Then
during our nomadic
you're nomadic. Yeah, and then COVID, of course, and you kind of took a break, and then you come back. So you are coming back.
Well, in between, we developed Zoom.
Oh, I know.
We kept together on Zoom.
Good.
And at that point, we became a big group, and we are internationally, we're dancing with people from Australia, with people from Alaska, with people from Colorado, and we became another community.
Good.
At that point, we are really, toying around who is going to do what where.
Right. Well, that's awesome. So let's take a look at a couple flyers that you have for us. Of course, if anyone is interested in folk dancing, they could always get in touch with you guys and learn folk dancing. But you're having an event on March 3rd through the 5th. Tell me about the event.
Yes. So once a year we host a big festival. And this is our 53rd year. Wow. And it's in Clubhouse 2. And people come, we have 150 people or so, and they come, and so we have usually 2 teachers. This year we have 2 pairs of teachers, a couple that teach Romanian, and they are a delightful couple and super energetic, welcoming, and they teach dances that are accessible for beginners and also very challenging for more experienced dancers.
Okay.
And then we know them well. And then the other pair that's teaching are new to us. They're Ukrainian. They're 2 Ukrainian women that dance with a group in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And we're really excited to bring them and have that this time. There'll also be opportunities for musicians to play with Bill Cope, who will do some jamming and informal, mostly Balkan music. And then also ukulele by Melanie Lawson, who happens to be my sister. And a lot of folk dancers have gotten into ukulele, and she'll be doing kind of in a side room some ukulele stuff. And at our Sunday concert, there'll be performances, and both the folks who've been doing the music jamming with Bill and the ukulele with Melanie will also be part of that concert. So even if people don't want to dance and they want to come see what it's like, they can come to the Sunday concert.
Perfect.
For that. Yeah.
Even one more event. Don't forget the beach.
Right. And the Monday after, we always offer dancing on the beach. Yeah, down at
Yeah,
Crystal
yeah,
Cove.
yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
I
when
love
the
it.
tide is low and the sand is well
Yeah,
packed.
the sand is great. Well, this looks awesome. Well, thank you both so much for being here. I appreciate it. And good luck in your event.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And you're invited to come and join
Well,
us.
thank you. The folk dancing sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you. If you want more information about anything that the Laguna International dancers are doing, you can always get in touch with Miriam, and that number is on your screen. We'll be right back.